Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I have started construction on the Enterprise. Again, this is the AMT rebox of the USS Enterprise 1701 refit. And the first thing on the agenda was to get these window inserts put inside the saucer. Now, like with every other kit that came before this one, same problem always was there. And that problem is when you put the window inserts in the saucer, they don't line up with they don't sit flush to the outside rim. They sit too far back and they don't fit well. So what I've done basically was have this little set of little, it's a file set I get from Walmart. Basically what I'm doing is these little nubs right here. I just take my file and I just very lightly sand them down. I've already done this already, so I'm not going to do any more. And then I sand it down and I dry fit it inside the saucer, and I fit it until the edge of the window insert aligned with the outer edge of the saucer, which, as you can see right there, it's pretty much right on the money. Try to get closer for you. Yep, well, maybe not. Hold on. These don't like to fit in very easy. There we go. Not perfect. In fact, this one is really less than perfect. Wow, it's got some major fit issues. Whew. Yeah, actually needs to go down more. So just take your file and just, you can also lay it on your surface of your workbench and just file it down that way as well. Sorry, not on camera for this. I can't move my camera to get to it. And it's just trial and error. You keep filing it down until you get the fit that you're looking for, and the rest of it can be filled with putty. This part I always disliked about this kit. I mean, you can put them in there and not worry about doing this little step. Whoops, that one came out. There we go. But me, I want to do it to where it looks good. So, taking the extra effort. Okay, that's a lot better. I can live with that. So, not too bad. The rest of it I can take care of with filler putty. So, I'm going to take my liquid cement, put a little bit on each end. And then just get that put in there like so. A little more cement on the outer edge. One down below. All right. I think I can call that good. At least I hope. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and let that set over here and dry. um, Unfortunately, there is more flash than I thought in this kit. All the windows on the BC deck right here have flash, so I'm gonna have to drill those out with my pin vise, and I have to use my blade to get in here. And as you can see, these are covered in with flash, so that's not good, but that's easily fixable. Just take your blade in there and clean that all out. Oh, that's a lot of flash. I almost wonder if, yeah. Let's see. My file's just a little too big to get in there. Try to do this and stay on camera for you. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen like that, but wow. There we go. Alright, and what you can do, actually, if I can find it. Also get these little guys here. This is a micro file set. And you can get a little file like that. And then what you can do with these, they'll fit in the slot perfectly. So we'll just go in and just file down that. Try and get a good angle here. Yeah, this is working out nice. Yeah, so basically just going to go in and just file down the plastic here a little. I don't think we'll be able to get it perfect, but definitely a lot better than what it was. So, right. That cleans up pretty nice. It's not going to be perfect, but, you know, it's plastic. Plastic's never perfect. So the other issue is going to be, oops, oh, I'm just dropping everything here. Try not to make it too long of a video. Get out my pin vise. Let's see. Trick is to find a bit that's about the right size. I think that's about right. Yeah, chuck it up here. There we go. So now we're going to address the portholes here on the side. See if you can still see me. Yes. All right, so real simple fix. Just go in and we'll drill those out. That looks good. Where did... Let's see. Yeah, have to use my knife for that. I'm very disappointed about this. I thought this would be a little better of a mold. Well, this isn't an original mold. I take that back. This is from the original. So. Let's see. A little smaller of a bit here. There we go. Okay. So what it's going to take you to do is you can take your pin vise and you can actually use a kind of a sawing motion here just to clean that hole out. You know, run it back and forth. Does a pretty good job at cleaning it out. Well, you have to go inside a little bit and trim away some plastic. Just a little file on the outside of it. Now it'll fit the file. Okay, much better. Oops. Okay. There we go. All right. Now the rest of them are just round, so that's too much of a problem. All right, so I'm not going to bore you with doing every one of those windows. This is just an example of what I have to do. to kind of fix this a little bit. So I'm not going to sit here and do all of them on camera. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the rest of these finished up, and then that should be done enough to where I can start work on the secondary hull with drilling out the windows there as well. So I'm going to pause the video here, and then when we come back, I'll have all the stuff already done. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So what's been only a couple of minutes for you guys has been more than a day for me. So a lot of progress got accomplished with this kit. Mainly I've been drilling and carving out windows. So for starters, on the neck pieces, I've got the, I don't want to blind you here. Let's see. That's a little better. So I got all those drilled out because, of course, they were not drilled out prior. So those are all drilled out. The one thing I haven't done yet to the neck is I have not drilled out the holes on the ledge here of the torpedo bays. And I'm going to drill out a small hole there and put an SMD or a LED in so it's shining the light up the side of the neck up onto the saucer, and that'll be done on both sides. So both necks are pretty much done except for that. Saucer, both top and bottom, I have these already drilled out already, so I don't have to mess with those. I did drill out the holes for the thrusters, and I really wanted to light up the thrusters along the rim of the saucer. Let's see. Like, oh, you're not in camera. I apologize. Like right here, I really wanted to drill those out and light them up. Now, the only problem with this is the space doesn't really allow me to drill these out and carve them out to where they would be accurate to the scale. It'd be entirely too big and just wouldn't look good. So I was kind of racking my brain thinking, how can I do this? And what I came up with was using fiber optics. And basically what I'm going to do is, instead of, which I've already done, instead of drilling out and carving out a square hole, I just simply drilled out with my pin vise, different bit, but use my pin vise and drilled out 2 holes. I don't know if you can see them or not. Let's see. Yeah, you can see them right here. 2 little holes right there on the side. And what I did was, after they were drilled, I went in with a larger drill bit and I just lightly drilled them out a little bit to create a recess, basically a countersink. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to take some fiber optic, and you probably will not be able to see this on camera, which kind of sucks. But I basically took a fiber optic. This was leftover fiber optics I picked up a while back. I don't remember the size of them, but I did it was a test piece. So I took the piece of fiber optic and I ballooned the end of it so it wouldn't pull through. And what the idea is, and I'm hoping this works, it's only experimental, is get you in frame. So we're going to drop the fiber optic in that side thruster, and by blooming it, it's not going to come out, but it is going to sink inside the recess. So you will not be able to see it sticking out like a dome. It's going to be recessed in its little hole. And then all the fiber optics will be run to an LED, a yellow LED. And that should take care of my side thrusters. As far as the thrusters go that are on the top, those right there, same thing. I'm going to use a piece of fiber optic. This one, on the other hand, is a lot larger. This one is, and I will tell you, This is, ooh, what are you? What size is this? It's 0.3, it's 0.75 millimeter fiber optic. I don't know why you can see it, but that's what the tag looks like. So yeah, it's a 328 feet of it, 0.3 millimeter fiber optic. And again, I cut off a small test piece and I bloomed the end of it, like so. And what that is going to do, that's going to go in the top, right there. And again, I did countersink the hole of it, so they were, you can't see them from the, they don't protrude from the top. So the basic idea is fiber optics on all 4 thrusters on the sides, as well as the top and bottom, and then they'll all be run to the same LED. So that should accomplish the effect of the thrusters, which I'm trying to get. Now, if this was the 1/350 scale Enterprise, it would not be a problem because it's much larger. And I do believe that kit, those are already cut out. So, the work's already done for you. But this is a much smaller kit, so I'm really trying my best to give it as much detail as possible. I've had pretty good luck using fiber optics before in my last Enterprise build, so I'm thinking this is probably the best way to do this. I don't really think... I might try... I don't know. I've got 2 options with this, to be honest. I could either run long pieces of LED or fiber optic to an LED inside the saucer here, or I could simply just cut them short and leave them hanging out about maybe 2/16 of an inch on the inside, and then just take a light bulb, an LED light bulb, an orange one, or I mean yellow one, and just put up to it, and I could illuminate it that way as well. The only drawback to that is it might not be as yellow as I want because the interior lighting is going to kind of drown that out. So I think it's going to be probably more beneficial just to run lines to a dedicated LED, and then I'll paint the outside of the fiber optics black so the light can't get into it except for the yellow light for the thrusters, which it all makes sense when I go further on this and show you what I'm doing. I will document all that so you can see it. But I think that's where I'm going to take the route I'm going to take with the thrusters. I've already test fitted the fiber optics and they work great. So I think it's going to be a success. I hope anyway. I also have finished putting on the window inserts, or putting in the window inserts. I got one sanded down already. I don't know how well you can actually see that, but it looks, you can see the fill points, but it's very smooth. There's no humps, no dips. It's sealed all the way around and sanded down smooth, and it came out really good. I'm not worried about taking any detail off the side here because the decal will cover that up. So I'm not too concerned about that. But I just really wanted to get the window inserts lined up and filled and looking like it's part of the saucer. I have yet to sand down the rest of them. That's for later. And on the top saucer, same thing. I drilled out the sides of the thrusters as well to accommodate LEDs, and they were countersunk as well. I'm trying to make this a really super long video. The hardest part that I'm tackling right now, and for most of you are probably going to think I'm absolutely crazy for doing this, because I know I do. I think I'm nuts for this. But I really wanted the Arboretum windows to be like the 1/350 scale, and I wanted them to be cut out. Now, that's not very easy to do, considering this is a very small kit in comparison to the 1/350 scale. So I was thinking, how can I cut these out? Can I cut the whole thing out and build in frames? That would be too much of a pain in the rear. So what I came up with, and I have one almost completed already, I'll show you in a second, but I'll show you what I did. So if you're working on this model, this is a good trick. So I take a mechanical pencil, and I don't know how well you can see this on camera, but what I do is I put my pencil on the inside of the indentations where the windows are for the Arboretum, and I just lightly outline until it becomes very dark each and every window. And I will explain in a second why I'm doing that. Let's see here. Oh, well, we didn't want to do that. You're not supposed to go out of the line. So that's my fault. There. These are very shallow, so it's pretty easy for your pencil to jump out of the recess. One more to go. All right, there we go. So when you're done, you're left with that. So now you can see what you're doing. Now, once you've got that done, and that's not my best drawing work, I'll probably have to redo that. But once you're done with that, is I take my Dremel, my stylus. And this stylus, by the way, I picked up, this is Genesis. It's a 7.2 volt hobby tool. I was kind of hesitant on the Genesis brand because it's not Dremel, but so far this has worked out really well for me. This is a multi-speed. So, but what I basically do is I turn it on to the lowest setting possible, because if you have it too high, it'll just melt the plastic. So I put it on 2 on this. I'm not going to actually do this one. And then I just drill out. Around the inside of the square as much as I possibly can. I try to remove as much material as I can with the Dremel, with the rotary tool. And then once I've got that completely honed out as much as I can get it, I take a series of microfiles. I'll show you the ones I use. So I use this one, which is a flat on one side and a round on the top. Then a straight flat. And this is the one that's flat on the bottom and then kind of round on the top. And then I take a triangle shaped. This is for the corners, to get in there and make sharp corners. And I basically just go in and I just keep filing the plastic away, using my pencil line as a guide of how far to go, and I keep doing that on each and every window by itself. Very time consuming, very tedious work, but the results pay off, and I will show you those results. This is one that I have nearly completed. I'm only short one window that I have to do, but this is the window I still have yet to finish carving out. I've already carved all these out completely by hand, and I honestly think they turned out really good. I am really happy with those. They are better than what I actually had expected for them to turn out. And these microfiles are great. If you don't have a set of these, you should get one. They work wonderful. They come in this container. So what it is, it's a handle. You just unscrew the top of it. You put your microfile piece in there and then lock it into place. Me personally, I tend just to use them without it because it's easier for me to hold on to it. But this makes for good storage for them all, and they all fit in here. The other one has not been touched yet. The other thing I did, let me get my pointer here. I drilled out all of these larger windows here and back here, as well as the smaller porthole windows on the secondary hull. Those were easy, not a big deal with those. These were a little more challenging because of the odd shapes that they were, so I had to take my time. I can't talk. Take my time, I drilled them out, and then I used the file set just to clean them up. So that's pretty good. Both sides are done on that one. And if you notice these areas of putty that are on here, it's because I screwed the window up and I made it too big, so I'm just going to cover it up with putty and sand down and paint over it. I'm not worried about that inconsistency on the kit. You're probably asking yourself, why am I bothering to carve out these windows for the Arboretum? It's because I want to build a small box on the inside where I'm going to light block the bottom and the sides and the back, and I'll leave the top with unpainted or unlight blocked. And this will be done with styrene plastic. And I'm going to paint the top of it blue. So when the interior lights come on, it will give the rooftop that sky blue glow that you see in the movies. I'm not going to go too hog wild with interior work like trees and walkways because it's not going to be seen, but I may try to throw in a few DIY trees just to give it some character. I don't know yet. That's still kind of on the bench as far as I'm going to do that. Anything else? I think that's about it for now. Oh, and I will be, get it out here, on the deflector dish, I will be drilling out holes for the thrusters as well. I'll have to use reference pictures for that because I don't quite know where they go. So with some reference photos, I can figure that out. I'll probably use fiber optics again for that. But anyway, that's down the road. My main focus right now is getting the rest of these Arboretum windows cut out. I got to finish this one tonight, and then tomorrow I'll start working on the other one. This takes a very long time to hand carve these out, so it's very tiring, and I can only do so many at a time before my hand goes numb. So it's a very long, laborious project, but I think it'd be worth it in the end. Like I said, I had a lot of plans for this model to make it look as awesome as possible, but I can only go so far with it. But I will make every attempt to make this thing, look a lot better than what it's supposed to look like. And I'm probably babbling, and I apologize. It's really late. It's 12 o'clock at night right now. I'm very tired. I've been working on this kit since I got home from work today, and it's been more than challenging. Oh, and the other thing I will be doing too is I will be running lights on both sides of the nacelle pylons to have the spotlights shining up on the inside and outside. Again, that's more drilling and light positioning. So this is not going to be a short project. I'll be working on this for quite a while, regrettably. I wanted something to keep me busy, and I got it. So anyway, that's kind of about it. There's nothing else to really update you on. This is how the kit's coming out so far. Not too bad. You guys have any questions about this build, or any of my techniques I'm using, or anything on other builds I've done, please feel free to drop me a comment, and I can answer the question. I've already had a couple of viewers actually asking me some questions about my wiring and the lights, where I purchase them and what I use. And I've gotten back to them and gave them the information. So I may not get back to you right away because I work full time. So I'll get back when I can. But usually once I see the comment, I try to respond to it as quickly as I possibly can. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video. When we come back in, I believe, part 3, I hope to have a lot more done on this kit, and maybe even getting ready to get in the paint booth to start light blocking and priming, I hope. So for now, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank all my subscribers, and tomorrow's Friday, which is awesome. So hope you guys have a good weekend. And until next time, happy modeling, everybody. Have a great weekend, and be safe. Talk to you later. Bye.